That same villain, Romeo, villain, and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart. That is because the traitor murderer lives. Ay, madam, from the reach of these my hands would none but I might venge my cousin's death. We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished runagate doth live. Shall give him such an unaccustomed dram, that he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then I hope thou wilt be satisfied. Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should upon receipt thereof soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him, to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that hath slaughtered him. Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl. And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, beseech your ladyship? Well, where thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put these from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expects not, nor I looked not for. Madam, in happy tale, what day is that? Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant young and noble gentleman, the county Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride. Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed. Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands. When the sun sets, the earth doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son it rains downright. How now, a conduit girl, what, still in tears, evermore showering. In one little body thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind. For still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark that by thy body is, sailing in the salt flood. The winds thy sighs, who raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm, will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree? Aye, sir, but she will none, she gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave. Soft, take me with you, wife. How will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we may have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride? Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love. How? Chopped logic. What is this proud? And I thank you not, and yet not proud. Mistress minion you, thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, where I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion, out, you baggage, you tallow face. Fie, what, are you mad? Gather, good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word. Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch, I tell thee what, get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face, speak not, reply not, do not answer me, my fingers itch, wife, we scarce thought us blessed. That God had lent us but this only child, but now I see this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her, out on her, high-hilding. God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so. And why, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue, good prudence, smatter with your gossips go. I speak no treason. O God, again, Eden, may not one speak? Peace, you mumbling fool. Utter your gravity or a gossip's bull, for here we need it not. You are too hot. God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play, alone in company, still my care hath been to have her matched. And having not provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair demesne, youthful, nobly adined, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thought would wish a man, and then to have a wretched pulling fool, a whining mammet, in her fortunes tender, to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you pardon me. But, and you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it, think on it, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine. I'll give you to my friend. And you be not hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, bethink you, I'll not be forsworn. Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? O sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies. Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee. Oh, God! Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth, unless that husband sent it me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me. Alack, alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse? Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing. That he dares ne'er come back to challenge you, or if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then, since the case so stands as now it doth, I think is best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish clout to him, an eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath beshrew my very heart. I think you are happy in the second match. What excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead, or 'twere as good as he were, as living here, and you no use of him. Speakest thou from thy heart, and from my soul too, else beshrew them both. Amen. What? Well, thou hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence self, to make confession and to be absolved. Marry I will, and this is wisely done. Ancient damnation, oh most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counsellor, thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.